down in the DL. Y'all, they are saying Jay-Z is next on the chopping block. Y'all know Nancy Mace, she requested Jay-Z to come on up in the building, in the Congress building, that is, because she wants him to testify and get, some answers to why him is up in the Epstein files. Y'all, we gonna get into it. We know Jay-Z allegedly was, with the smoke with them young girls, Beyonce, Rihanna, Foxy Brown. But y'all, we gonna get into it. Happy Sunday Fun Day. How are y'all doing this morning? It's a beautiful Sunday morning. Welcome in. Happy Sunday Fun Day. Y'all, we gonna get into it because they are saying allegedly that Jay-Z is next on the chopping block. So y'all, let's turn it around and let's get into it. Welcome in the building. Happy Sunday Fun Day again for the, for next three times. Yeah, that part. But anyway, y'all, let's turn it around. Let's get into it because Jay-Z is not looking good for you. Smash the like button, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this situation with Jay-Z, y'all. So it says U.S. Representative Nancy Mace calls for Jay-Z and more to be interviewed in the Epstein investigation. And y'all know they already had Bill Clinton and they already had, Hillary Clinton on the throne already. Y'all, they was already asking them these questions. And y'all, it's about to go down for Jay-Z. But y'all, let's see what happened with Bill Clinton when he had to get on the throne and be asked them questions by Nancy Mace's request. Let's see what they said. Let's check it out.
I'm Nancy Mace from South Carolina. Thank you for being here with us for hours today. I know it's been a long day, and I know that we're going to wrap up soon for you. Did you know one of the witnesses who testified in the Epstein cases that Epstein said, you quote, like them young? Why would Epstein say that about you?
So you asked his opinion? You're asking him to think about why Mr. Epstein would say something
Why would Epstein say
So
that?
she's asking to try to be in Mr. Epstein's mind and guess at what Mr. Epstein would have thought about.
Clinton likes them young, referring to girls.
Wow. Wow. Whoa.
That's not true.
What's not true?
That I have any interest in underage,
I didn't say underage. I said young.
but it's still not true.
Is an intern young?
Yes.
Wow. Did y'all hear what he said? He said that is not true. OMG. Y'all, this is crazy. Let's just go ahead and let's just go ahead and check out what was said a couple of days ago, y'all. Let's check it out. Let me skip this commercial. Happy Sunday. How are y'all doing? Hey Stacy, how are you? Canadian, how are you? Y'all, this is crazy. Let's listen. This is what Bill Clinton, he had to go on the throne and he had to be asked them questions. Stacy says, "Good morning, beautiful queen. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, beautiful to you too. Good morning, my baby Jamil Peterson says, salute, beautiful. Shout out to everyone in the building. Smash the like button, y'all. Let's listen to what Bill Clinton has to say because he went on the throne like Jay-Z's about to have to go on the throne. Let's see what he was saying, y'all.
Interest in underage,
I didn't say underage. I said young.
but it's still not true.
Is an intern young?
Yes.
Wow.
Jeffrey Epstein instructed a witness to deny you were ever on his island.
He didn't have to since I was never there.
Did you ever travel to Zorro Ranch?
Is that the one in New Mexico?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Have you ever flown on anyone else's private jet 26 times or more for overseas trips?
Whoa, wait a wait a minute. Y'all know that when they have those manifests, they keep those manifests for a certain amount of times. Hey, good morning, Lord. Good morning, Tabby. Y'all, I didn't know Clinton looks like the Santa Claus that stole Christmas like 40 years ago. He got like Parkinson's disease. I'm not making fun of him, but I didn't know Bill Clinton looks this old. Did y'all notice that Bill Clinton looked this old? Y'all, this is crazy. This is Bill Clinton testifying up on Congress why he is in these Epstein files. Y'all, let's continue listening because Jay-Z is next on the throne. Thank you, Plasma. Jay-Z is next on the throne, you guys. Good morning, Love and myself. How are you? Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Y'all, Jay-Z is next. Him is next on the throne, y'all. OMG. Tabby says he looks like he's barely hanging on. I know, right? Hey, good morning, Black Anonymous. How are you? Hey, my baby Jamil says his hands were shaking. That cup was about to crack. I know. I'm like, I didn't know Bill Clinton had looked like he got Parkinson's disease, like Muhammad what's his name? Muhammad Ali had Parkinson's. Y'all, let's listen to this because I'm telling you, I did not know Bill Clinton was looking this old during survival, right? But y'all, let's listen because they're asking him, did you go to Epstein Island? Did you go to Epstein's ranch in New Mexico? Y'all, OMG. Jamila says, well, he is 3,000 years old, laughing out loud. Baby, he looks like he's 3,000 years old. Shaking. I mean, I didn't know he was I didn't realize the time had passed like this. Y'all smash the like button. Thank you, Stacy. Y'all, let's continue because Jay-Z is about to be next on the Congress throne at a Congress office near y'all. Let's listen to what they're asking Bill Clinton because are they going to ask Jay-Z the same questions? I do believe so. Jay-Z is next on the throne. Let's listen to see what else they're asking Bill Clinton, y'all. Let's check it out.
Flown as many miles on other jets, but never with as many stops.
Wow. Good morning. Good morning, Shelly.
2,600 miles, etc.
I don't know. I did with Steve Bain, who's now deceased,
Wow.
and probably with four fellows.
Okay, so maybe about a half dozen billionaires total. So, how many dinners did you have with Ghislaine Maxwell or Jeffrey Epstein in attendance?
She has to the best of your recollection.
I have no idea.
Okay, did you ever discuss sexual misconduct allegations made against you with Epstein or Maxwell?
Never.
Did Epstein or Maxwell ever offer to help manage or silence women who made sexual misconduct allegations against you?
I know, right? And Black Anonymous.
Offer financial support directly or indirectly to legal defense funds related to impeachment proceedings or civil actions against you?
Not to my knowledge.
Do you think a young girl massaging a president is unusual?
So are you asking his opinion?
Wait a minute. Hold up, swole up, lady. I don't know if this is his attorney or not. You see that lady right there? She's trying to answer the questions for him. She's trying to come in and stop him from answering before he answers it wrong. Y'all, let's continue. Let's continue. Oh my goodness. Let's continue, y'all.
For a young woman, I'm asking if she thinks it's unusual that a president, sitting president of the United States, leader of the free world. That
So I'm sorry, are you talking to the instance of the
yes, it's unusual that
the back massage that occurred while he was not president? I'm just trying to understand. You said a president of the United States.
Former president.
Thank you. Just trying to make sure you were correct. You were telling me correct. No, I don't need to. I'm actually trying to make sure that as you
be clear, he said he
was a sitting president.
Excuse me, could we just please go one minute?
Oh, Lord.
I wanted to be clear so that when he answers,
Sitting president,
he's clear.
it's unusual.
I don't know.
Objection calls for speculation.
Facts, Black Anonymous.
Did you ever think that all these women around Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell was odd, unusual, weird, or creepy?
Come on, Bill.
I was there.
How many would you say is not all that many?
I think on this big plane that was working long hours, having 2 to 4 people on there, I thought was, as far as I knew, they were all helping.
Flight attendants in tank tops and jeans.
No,
Do you believe you were a victim of a Jeffrey Epstein intel operation? Do you think that you might have been like caught up in some of what he was maybe potentially doing?
Tabby, I don't think he does.
Excuse me, Congressman, which question are you asking?
I'm asking
Intel operation?
First of all, I don't
some type of intel operation. I'm just curious because it's been speculated on today and yesterday
understand.
that he may have been an intel asset. Do you think perhaps knowing what we know now, the proclivity?
Look, y'all know Bill Clinton. He's like, I don't want to answer these questions, but we know that what's that girl's name? The one that was in the White House, and she was, giving him, the eggplant special. And what was her name, you guys, again? And then he knows that he got caught around that time, Monica Lewinsky. And then Monica Lewinsky, remember, she kept some of the evidence. She was like, "Yeah, I got the shirt, the skirt. Yeah, I got some residue on my lips. Yeah, we can test it. It is Bill Clinton's. Yeah, it's his DNA. Y'all." Bill Clinton knows that he was already riding dirty while he was in the White House. Yes, Tammy, thank you. Monica Lewinsky. Monica Lewinsky was the intern that stole Christmas and got Bill Clinton in trouble. So Bill Clinton, he's a little hesitant on answering these questions. But y'all, let's continue listening and see what else they ask him, because Jay-Z, he is next up in this same chair. Let's turn it around. Let's continue.
He may have been targeting you as part of an intel operation.
I don't.
In 2019, you stated after he was arrested, I guess.
Yes, thank you.
You knew nothing of Epstein's, quote, terrible crimes since you only met, quote, briefly on only, quote, 2 occasions.
Wow.
Was this statement false?
Excuse me, Congressman.
That's not an accurate statement.
Yes. In 2019, as reported by the media.
Which media?
This says this is the.
Did you share a copy of it?
Okay, Daily Beast. It says the title.
I think this is his lawyer right here, and she is cock blocking almost everything. She want to make sure that he don't answer these questions wrong. And y'all know Bill Clinton is 1,000 years old, and he's like, looking like he maybe don't understand probably where he's at, don't really comprehend some of these questions. But I mean, he's talking pretty good. But y'all, I don't know. Tabby says Jay-Z gonna plead the fifth period. Yes, he is. He's not gonna want to answer these questions because y'all, we ain't seen Jay-Z up on an interview in how long? I think the last interview I watched with Jay-Z was 9 years ago on the Breakfast Club, y'all. And Jay-Z, we haven't heard from him since. We ain't heard from him since, and it's been a whole 9 years, at least like the last one I seen the other day. Because I was looking, I was like, when's the last time that Jay-Z has come out and spoke and said something? We have not heard Jay-Z speak in a month of years, not a month of Sundays. We ain't heard him speak in a month of years. But y'all, let's continue to listen, because some of these questions may be the same questions that Jay-Z is being asked. Let's check it out.
1995 dinner with Epstein.
Thank you.
Like this statement, I mean,
My baby Bill.
And it will be marked exhibit 22.
So to be clear, the basis of your question is a news article with respect to the Daily Beast as to a dinner. Is that accurate?
Yep, it's a question in the first paragraph, which reads, hours after Jeffrey Epstein was arraigned Monday on several sex trafficking charges, former President Bill Clinton publicly downplayed his relationship with the pedophile financier, saying he knew nothing of his terrible crimes since they only met briefly on 2 occasions.
And that's in the Daily Beast.
Right,
That not
it's in your hand right now.
Right, that's what I just said.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Oh, y'all, I think this woman right here, his attorney, is cashing out. Bill Clinton probably paid her millions of dollars for her to come over there and be his attorney. Because when I say she is like interrupting and kind of like, throwing, the towel in at certain times, I mean, she is on her A game. But y'all, let's continue.
So my question is, you stated you'd only met Jeffrey Epstein in 2019. You said you only met him on 2 occasions. Was this statement false when you made
To
it?
be clear, this is a news reporting that is saying that that's what.
Did you make this statement in 2019?
would you put in the statement that he made? This is a news report.
Okay.
It's double hearsay.
Did you make this statement in 2019 as reported by the media?
So you're asking whether or not he made a statement to the Daily Beast?
Nope, it says quote, it's quoting him or his office, etc. Are you denying you made the statement?
It's quoting a sentence. If you put in the entire statement, that's all we ask. To be fair, give us the statement, not somebody's reporting it. I have no idea what the Daily Beast stick is.
There was a statement that was released that was broader than this, and they relied on only a portion of it. They relied on only a portion of his full
And
statement.
that's the portion I'm focusing on.
Well,
He said
then-
it was a subject.
So it's actually a misrepresentation of his entire statement.
Wow.
Your client answered the question.
Oh, can you ask him in a way that would make it clear?
Oh my, y'all, she is trying to make sure that Bill Clinton don't answer the questions in a wrong way. And he is an ex-president. Y'all, she is going in. She is fighting hard for her client, y'all. Let's continue. Because no. How about this? Hold on. Let's go over here. Let's see what Bill Clinton's him wife was saying. Hillary Clinton. Let's see what Hillary Clinton was saying. Because Hillary Clinton, she was snapping out like a bucket of crabs, y'all.
I'm going to answer your question.
Are you gonna?
That was what I spent my time doing.
I was trying to look out for others. I was trying,
And I was taking care of the people who lost 1,000 lives.
And now, how do you know Howard Lutnick?
I know Howard Lutnick because when I was senator on 9/11, the firm he headed, Cantor Fitzgerald, suffered the greatest loss of life. As I recall, something like 650 of his employees were murdered by terrorists that day.
Wow.
Lutnick missed being a victim because he was delayed dropping his child off to kindergarten. You asked the question. I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to.
Hillary Clinton, did she go like savage on them? Y'all, Hillary Clinton, she did went savage. She did already said my husband then got caught over here with Monica Lewinsky in the White House, getting eggplant, a special treatment. And now y'all ask me these dumb questions. I'm still in rehabilitation. I'm still going through Monica Lewinsky having situations with my husband in the White House. Oh my, y'all, she snapped like a bucket of crab. Let's continue.
What I spent my time doing.
I was trying to look out for others.
Yeah,
I was taking care of the people who lost 1,000 lives.
And now you're going to today.
You asked me.
I have met with Epstein survivors. I'm a survivor myself. You have emails. You denied that Jeffrey Epstein, that you tried to get Jeffrey Epstein to give money to you.
I did not.
Howard Lutnick was
You have an email with me asking Jeffrey Epstein for money.
email from Howard Lutnick sending it to Jeffrey Epstein and his people to raise money for you.
Know about
An event, an intimate event for you at his office
Well,
at Cantor Fitzgerald.
if you would let me finish.
Obfuscate.
Oh, Lord.
He didn't try to get money from Jeff.
Put a one in the chat if y'all think Hillary Clinton then went savage on him. She is snapping out like you ain't gonna talk to me any old kind of way. Hold up, swole up. I'm the ex first lady, and you ain't gonna talk to me like I'm sugar honey iced tea on the bottom of your shoe. Absolutely, y'all. She is a savage. Hold on, y'all. She went savage child on this person. Oh my God, Hillary Clinton. She is a savage, y'all. She's still trying to heal from Monica Lewinsky's situation. Hey, drink stash, bus stash. Hey, nephew, how are you? Nephew said Hillary Clinton looks like that lady Meredith from Who Wants to Be a Billionaire. Y'all know Hillary Clinton is like maybe 200,000 years old. Look at her. But y'all, she's snapping out like a bucket of crabs, y'all. Let's continue. Smash the like button, y'all. Let's get 200 likes up in the building.
For Epstein, it was an intimate event in an email that Howard Lutnick emailed to Epstein's people and Epstein to get him to come to your intimate event at Cantor Fitzgerald, a very small event. And so I'm not going to public. You want to yell at me, that's fine, but I'll yell right back.
Well,
Wow.
it's very.
I'm doing the job that you would not do or refuse to do as Secretary of State. Thank you, and I yield back to
No, I'm going to finish answering the question, which I have a right to do.
Whoa.
I am very sympathetic to your personal situation. I have read about it. I have seen you testify or speak on the floor about it. And I very much sympathize with not only what you went through, but appreciate your effort to stand up for survivors. I was a senator representing the people who were murdered on 9/11. Nobody lost more people than Howard Lutnick. You can say whatever you want. You can call him and have him appear before the committee. But I knew him as the man who lost the employees that he knew intimately, including his brother.
And he was.
So I worked.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
You know what? If you don't want to hear what emotionally affected me, that's fine. But that's
Dang.
why I know Howard Lutnick. I went to the memorial service every 9/11 after the formal service.
Wow. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see what happened. Uh-oh. Hold up. Hold on. Okay, let me go play that back. Hold up.
You asked the question. I'm going to answer your question. Are you going to? With what I spent my time doing.
I was trying to look out for others. I was trying, and I
was taking care of the people who lost
1,000 lives. And how do you know Howard Lutnick?
I know Howard Lutnick because when I was senator on 9/11, the firm he headed, Cantor Fitzgerald, suffered the greatest loss of life. As I recall, something like 650 of his employees were murdered by terrorists that day.
All right, y'all. I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think the Clintons were in this Epstein file? Like, really, really in the Epstein file? You think that they were doing these awful things to these children? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys believe that they were. I think all of them were a part of this situation with Epstein. I believe every last one of these senators, all these ex-presidents, all of them were doing these awful things. I believe they all took some type of part in this awful behavior, and all of them are just as guilty as the next. But y'all, Jay-Z, he is next on the chopping block, y'all. Jay-Z is next on the chopping block. But y'all, we ain't seen Jay-Z in a month of Sundays. But y'all, let's go back and check out his Breakfast Club interview. Y'all, let's go check out his Breakfast Club interview, and let's see how he kind of reacts. I don't believe for one moment that Jay-Z is going to get up there and tell anything. I do believe he is going to plead the fifth. But let's see how Jay-Z acts on his interviews. Some of his interviews are a little sketchy, a little crazy, right? But y'all, let's check it out. Let's see what Jay-Z, how he acts.
All that. You gotta keep going then. Sir Carter from Brooklyn. All right. Young Hov. Yeah. Jay-Z, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, sir? What's happening? Cool. We were taking bets on how you were going to arrive. It was going to be a chariot, white horse. We were going to float in like Prince.
Or were you going to arrive?
Peck is back. Well, welcome. Thank you. This is very hard to navigate. Yeah, I know you got to get it. So look at everyone know, just no matter what happens in here, just don't get Charlamagne fired. There was rumors that you
see, y'all, they scared of Jay-Z because Jay-Z's powerful. He would put the night lights out on you. But y'all, let's listen and see how he acts in this video.
Charlamagne fired one time. We just don't want to fight.
Oh God.
Listen, my last name is Pinkett Smith Winfrey Knowles Carter. Okay, I'm cool over here. All right, just making sure. Just making sure. Well, congratulations. I wanted them to get you a throne too. Yeah, but they weren't sure if you were coming. I was like, we can't have Jay sit in this chair. But then they were like, you're from Murphy. He just sat on. Yeah, I can take it back for how long we here? A couple hours. Congratulations on the album. The album's in stores right now.
Yes, and you were on Twitter last night. That was incredible. I like
that. That was amazing. I had a great time. That's like addictive. I can't be on Twitter. It's like weed. Mm-hmm. Like I like it, but too much of that is too. It's not good for me.
Well, Jay-Z, we know that you are looking afar. They said that Jay-Z gets on these platforms and make these fake pages in order for him to be watching, looking, and lurking what people are saying, because Jay-Z is not on social media like that. Y'all have not seen no videos where he's talking and making videos on his social media at all. But y'all, let's continue.
I didn't see everybody's questions either. I'm sure some people were like, "Oh, you didn't answer my question."
Yeah, it's impossible.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who people are? Like some of the people that you were answering, I was like, "Oh, I know who that person is," or were you just
randomly?
G-Spin. He was So you actually do know G-Spin. We're taking bets on that too. You taking bets on that one too. Did G really know Jay? Yeah, no, I know G-Spin. That's with my Cowboys. That's the only person I know. I ain't really know anybody else. Now I'm a Cowboy fanatic too. They always give me flack and they say I'm from South Carolina, so I shouldn't root from the Cowboys. How do you do it being from New York? And you got the Giants and the Jets. How can you be a Cowboys fan in this city?
I grew up. My pop is really my pop for
That's
He grew up. Yeah, that era. That era. Those guys who wanted that whole cowboy lifestyle. It was all those guys was on coke and
My pops was definitely on coke.
yeah, it's true. The whole thing packed. I could give you the whole I could give you the whole profile. You have afro.
Yeah.
Hey, Ernest, good morning.
But I bet your dad
All
say somebody.
right. Now that was a Breakfast Club interview like 9 years ago. And this interview right here, it was a long time ago, a whole like month of Sundays ago, right? I mean, we ain't seen Jay-Z. I haven't. We seen him like, when they caught him at the Super Bowl. They didn't caught him here, they didn't caught him there, but we haven't really seen him talking. And now he's being subpoenaed to Congress to talk about these Epstein files. But y'all check out how Jay-Z reacts when he's over here and he's being asked about the Rihanna signing. Y'all know they say that Rihanna was signed by Jay-Z and that Jay-Z told her that, the only two ways you're going to get out of here, Rihanna, is if you sign these papers or if you jump out of the 28th or 29th story out this hotel room. So y'all, I'm telling you, Jay-Z, I don't think he's going to be one to open his mouth. He's probably going to get his lawyer to go up there and speak for him because I don't believe not for one inkling second that he's going to get up there and talk. I mean, he going to probably be like, yeah. What's your name? Sean Carter. Look it and see how exactly, hey babe, look and see exactly how Jay-Z acts. Let's check this out. Let's check this out. Let's see this interview right here. Uh-oh. Let's see.
She's from Barbados? Yeah. Okay. Okay, she's Bayesian. How did you come in contact with her? I mean, did you fly over there? Jay Brown had actually bought me a song. She has a song right now. It's I wouldn't say massive because of her roots, but she has this outrageous song called Pounding Replay. Mm-hmm. And then he played that song for me, and I was scared. I was like,
Welcome.
you know what I'm saying? Like, a new artist when a song is that big, it's hard to come back from. And I don't
Look at Jay-Z. He's moving left to right. Y'all see he's nervous. Y'all know because they said, I'm about to say Umar. Y'all know they said Jay-Z, allegedly was messing with Rihanna. And this is why Rihanna and Chris Brown had a fight. Because they're saying allegedly that Jay-Z gave Rihanna the Uchi Coochie la la la. And this is why Chris Brown was upset. Because Rihanna allegedly passed the Uchi Coochie la 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 to Rihanna. Rihanna passed the Uchi Coochie la 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 to Chris Brown. So when Chris Brown was on fire, he was upset. Like, how did you get this Uchi Coochie la la la? Where'd you get this from? Who gave you the Uchi Coochie la la la? Because you didn't give it to me. But y'all, they're saying that Jay-Z did because he messed with her. But y'all, let's listen. Look at how nervous he is. He's moving left to right. He like trying to figure out what to say because y'all, he knows that what he did with Rihanna was wrong. Let's continue, y'all.
I don't sign songs. I sign artists. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you break down the difference between that? Because the viewing public might not understand that. Some people chase song, a hot song for a minute, and then they sign it, based on the song. I want to sign it based on an artist, based on or based on the swag, or based on the level of talent, based on the writing. Mm-hmm. So
back Stacey Lyon.
And then, he kept going, Jay Brown, he kept being persistent. I was like, you know what, bring her back. Mm-hmm. And when she walked into our office, I was like, she just it was just something about her. It was just, she had this, it was just something about it. And then she performed the song, and I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then, we sat down and we talked. And then was talking about how she would stay in the studio and try to get the verse over and then come back the next day. I was like, oh, work ethic, everything is there. So we started that night. We didn't let her leave the office. Really? The 3 a.m. was when that contract got signed. So from the meeting around.
Did y'all hear what he said? Did y'all just hear what he said? He said that contract that he said they didn't leave till 3 o'clock in the morning. Did y'all hear what he said? Whoa. Whoa, hold up, Swola. This is why we say when Rihanna got signed by Jay-Z, it's not too far-fetched why he's in these Epstein files, right? This is why we know that Jay-Z is in these Epstein files because he had Rihanna allegedly, he had Beyonce allegedly, I mean, not allegedly because he married her, and he had Foxy Brown. And y'all remember Foxy Brown and Beyonce was going back and forth for a long time about Jay-Z and his big lips and his camel twigs. They were going back and forth having a rattle battle because they were both messing with Jay-Z. But y'all, let's continue listening to Jay-Z over here testing the lie. Hova is testing the lie.
Signed it by 3 in the morning. Wow. That day I was absolutely certain.
How often does that happen? I mean,
That's not often. That's not, yeah. I mean, to get lawyers to draft up contracts and then the other side to agree to contracts in 10 hours that's retarded.
Now, what would her market be? I mean, I know Sean Paul, started the resurgence,
Right.
of reggae or dancehall music on a
Right.
global level.
See, the thing is, it'll appeal to everyone because she's not really like just a specific dancehall artist.
Mhm.
Her roots and her culture comes through when she's singing, but she's really like an R&B artist
Mhm.
with an outstanding voice.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to get it caught up in that trick bag, but at the same time, I don't want to.
What did she have an outstanding voice, or was her performance in the bed and what you allegedly we believe that what happened is what you was doing was testing out what was between her legs and not what was coming out of her mouth. But y'all, let's continue because Jay-Z, he is a sneaky little somebody. And this is why he does not want to take this test with Ramir. Y'all remember Ramir? He's been fighting Jay-Z for years because he's saying, we know, Jay-Z, that you are my pappy. But Jay-Z does not want to go off and over here take this test. He does not want to take this test. But y'all, let's continue listening. Let's continue listening. Braun says he's definitely guilty. Yes, he is. He sure is. Y'all, let's continue listening to this liar, pants on fire.
So she's not like chatting or anything. Like she sings. It's just that her roots come through and her culture come through in her music.
Okay. Did she actually do an audition for you? Like she did dance and sing?
Yeah.
What did she do?
She was just starting her moves out. She didn't have all moves together, but the way she moves, like it was natural. It wasn't counting. It wasn't like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's systematic.
The way she moves. Okay, let's see the way she moves because Rihanna, she went up on Tyra Banks. Remember, she went up on Tyra Banks and she was telling Tyra Banks that there was only 2 ways that she was able to get out of this this hotel. And what did she say, y'all? She said either I had to jump out or I had to sign these papers. Let's hear from Rihanna. This is her words, not ours. Let's listen and see what Rihanna said because this is why Jay-Z don't want to sit up here and testify.
There was this little pause, and I was nervous. And said, I was interested. There's this subtle feel of relief, but I didn't open a door. Oh, then he said, so I put my name in place. And there are 2 minutes to leave here. I looked through the door, went to Jill's screen, went through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
Wow. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear what she said? Y'all smash the like button. Y'all, let's take a couple of minutes. Let's take a minute, a couple of seconds to get the likes up. Let's take a couple of minutes to get these likes up. Because Jay-Z, they saying he's next. And these are the reason why Jay-Z is next. Jay-Z does not want to take a paternity test. He didn't went over there and got Rihanna to sign early in the midnight wee hours, only when the legs is open and the emergency room is open. And she's a young girl. I don't even think, hey Teron, good morning. I don't even think that I know for sure that you cannot have a 16-year-old sign no contract and it be valid. But y'all, let's continue to listen to what Rihanna said. Let's listen again.
There's a subtle feel of relief, but I open a door. Oh, then he said, so I put my name in place. And there are 2 minutes to leave here. I looked through the door, went to Jill's screen, went through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
Did y'all hear what she said? OMG. This young girl, 16 years old, said that Jay-Z told her the only way you are leaving out of here is either jumping out this 29th floor in this hotel or you're signing a contract. Where is her parents at? Can y'all tell me where her parents were? Were they over there picking up a check because they were selling Rihanna to Jay-Z? This is why Jay-Z does not want to sign these, take this paternity test, because we know that he is guilty as all get out. But y'all, let's check out and see what Lord Jamar was saying, because he be coming with the tea.
I don't know enough. You know, I will say that Jay-Z, if he was doing like that, he was more quiet about it.
Sneaky.
You know what I mean?
Sneaky.
But then
Facts, Anna.
it's kind of abnormal when he got with Beyonce. Like, she was pretty young.
Facts.
There's rumors that he was messing with Foxy Brown when she was pretty young.
Facts. And y'all, Lord Jamar, he knows he's in the industry. And y'all know people be talking, right? People be talking. Yeah, Jay-Z, he had Foxy Brown. Oh my God, Foxy Brown, she was hot. Oh, she was so pretty. So, you know, these men would talk. And back then, that was like a big thing. They was a lot of them messing with these young girls. That's why Ramir is still trying to fight him to show you slept with my mom when she was 15, had me at 16, or however old she was. She was under 18. But y'all, let's continue to listen to Lord Jamar, because he is telling it. He is telling it just like Oskino. Oskino said this is not allegedly that Ramir is his son. No, Ramir is his son. But y'all, let's continue listening. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Smash the like button. We got over 400 people in the building. Smash the like button, y'all. Let's take 3 seconds. Smash the like button. Hit the like button, y'all, because Jay-Z is next and he is going down.
You know, so there's a lot of those rumors around. You know what I mean? I don't, yeah. And do you hear little things here and there? You know, I'm not gonna lie. When certain people get to a certain level of fame, I don't know why, but you start to hear little about certain people sometimes.
Exactly, Yep.
How many people are really exempt from it? Because if you really think about most of your top celebrities, black celebrities, rappers, I feel like the ones that are at the top for a long time, I feel like I've heard a rumor damn near about all of them. Not that I've seen anything, but it's always these top motherfuckers. Now, some people will say, oh, well, that's just a hating. It could be. Or it could be that motherfuckers got to join a club in order to get to a certain level.
Facts.
I don't know. I'm not in the club, so I wouldn't know. But it's just a little weird that everybody that goes past a certain point, you'll hear a little. And these be behind the scenes rumors too. This is not just internet. This be before the internet existed.
Facts.
You understand?
Facts. I agree.
Fly around now with the internet, but a lot of this was pre-internet.
Yep.
And that and it was getting around. You see?
Facts.
So
facts.
Makes it a little different. It still could be some bullshit, but I'm just saying. Some of these rumors been around about people for a long time.
Facts.
Hear little things about them. And have I heard little shit about Jay-Z? Yup.
Wow.
I think that he's trying to emulate himself and present himself as a gay painter, like to look like Basquiat. Yup.
Yep. He does. Facts.
I think that's a code to especially the white people, that he's approachable, he's cultured, but Basquiat was also bisexual.
Facts.
So is that a code that you?
And y'all, if y'all don't know, Basquiat is he was a painter like long years ago, whatever. And y'all know Basquiat, he had them twigs in his hair. Y'all see, that's how Jay-Z has his hair. He looks like Basquiat. He has twigs all on his hair, looking like, like he can slap somebody with them big old tree branches on his head. And Basquiat was gay too. But y'all, is Jay-Z, this is he riding that fence? I don't know, but this is what they are saying. But y'all, let's continue listening to Lord Jamir.
People too by trying to emulate this guy. I don't know. But it doesn't look good. Why do people have such an affinity for Basquiat anyway? I think it's trash. Let me just put it out there. I don't think that Basquiat's art is all brilliant the way they claim it is. It looks like bullshit to me. It's some shit that white people would like. It's not some shit that black people look at and be like, oh my God, that is so impressive.
Lord Jamar is a mess.
Weirdos like Andy Warhol and Keith Haring. They tried to call Keith Haring graffiti back in the days. I hated Keith Haring's art.
Wow.
It was crap. That was not graffiti. That was a white dude from the village.
Oh, thank you, Bronze. Bronze says, yep, he's a gay Dominican fashion designer. Oh, okay. Wow.
Graffiti, who started doing some and because he's white, now he can go to galleries and sell this for fucking $50,000. And then you got real blacks and yes, Puerto Ricans, and even some poor white people that were doing graffiti uptown on the trains and like that, and they couldn't get no money for this, and this was way more technical, and you know what I mean, and makes you feel something, and really aligned itself with hip hop. But all of that, Keith Haring, Basquiat, Andy Warhol with soup cans, and get the fuck out of here. That was some where they gamed the people into believing that some bullshit was something special.
Wow. OMG. Y'all, so now we have Jay-Z. He is being, summoned to Congress to speak about why he is in these Epstein files. Do y'all think that Beyonce is in these Epstein files too? Did her name come up? I can't remember. Put a 1 or put a yes in the chat. But Beyonce, I know Jay-Z's name, of course, came up. A lot of people's names came up in the files. But y'all, this is why Jay-Z does not want to take this paternity test, because he knows that these Epstein files had to do a lot with kids, minors being great, being, DV'd, essayed, and even unalive. But y'all, Jay-Z, he is trying to stay far away. He's trying to keep his name clean, his slate clean. But we know that's not true. Even Lord Jamar just said that Jay-Z was doing a lot of stuff, and it's been rumored back behind, before social media. Rumors have been like floating in Hollywood about Jay-Z and these young girls. But y'all, let's see what Ramir has to say, because Ramir is allegedly Jay-Z's son, but Jay-Z does not want to take the paternity test. Why does he not want to take the paternity test? Because it will definitely prove that, for one, that he's a father, and that it's not too far-fetched in between, that these Epstein files, he really had some dealings with young children like Epstein, like Trump, and all these other senators and congressmen and presidents. So this is why. But Jay-Z, they're saying he's next. But y'all, is it going to be a Diddy 2.0 with Jay-Z? I do believe so. But let's continue.
Dawned on me. It's the man, like, my mom was underage when she consumed me. And anyone who'd have been older than be doing so much and running. And it just really dawned on me. It's the man, like, my mom was underage when she consumed me. And anyone who'd have been older than be doing so much and running. And it just really dawned on me. It's the man, like, my mom was underage when she consumed me. And anyone.
Did y'all hear what Ramir just said? Jay-Z, allegedly, because they're saying that Jay-Z, this is Jay-Z's son, allegedly. He looks just like him. I'm sorry. Look at the nose. Look at even his lips, even down to his teeth. This is Jay-Z's twin. And Jay-Z don't want to take a paternity test. Did y'all hear Ramir just said that my mom was underage basically when she conceived me? And Jay-Z is the pappy.
Older, that be doing so much and running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man, like my mom was underage when she consumed me. And anyone who'd have been older that be doing so much and running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man, like my mom was underage when she consumed me. And
See, he says my mom was underage when she got pregnant with me, basically. And that Jay-Z is the pappy. Let's go see what Oskino has to say, because Oskino, he said, they were saying, oh, well, allegedly, no, allegedly not. No, this is Jay-Z's son. He does not want to take the paternity test because he's going to look super guilty. He's going to look like, oh yeah, he was having a great time in Epstein Island. He don't want to go to Congress, and they are making him come up there and testify like Bill Clinton. Now Bill Clinton is more powerful, I believe, before even Jay-Z. There's no way that he's not going to be able to get Bill Clinton, Bill Clinton to testify, and not Jay-Z. Y'all, let's continue. Let's continue.
Said that you spoke to Jay-Z's son.
Yeah.
And y'all, if you guys don't know, this is Oskino from State Property. He was signed with Jay-Z. And he spoke with Jay-Z's son, Ramir. They're saying in this interview, well, alleged son. No, Oskino said, no, this is his son. Y'all, Jay-Z is next. Jay-Z is next.
Wait, how the hell did that happen?
So listen, I did a jacket for some boy ordered a jacket for me. I be painting and all that. And he said, yo, man, my man is Jay-Z's son.
That's Tehran. Yep.
Mind you, the first thing I thought, like, this nigga lying. I said, all right. So I talked to him, young boy, the chef. So I talked to him, I told him, I said, listen, young boy, I don't want you to do the video with me because it's gonna look like I fished you out. And I'm trying to do a video with you because Jay-Z said I'm trying to hate and all that. And I said, plus it's gonna be a lot of backlash on you. I mean, people say they're not gonna believe you and all that. So I don't know if you want to do it with me first. I could easily get the money off of him and all that shit. And I said, I ain't gonna even talk about this shit until you talk about it first. So when I see you talk about it, that's the only reason I talked about it. I mean, but he said a lot of stuff that I still ain't said yet. I mean, that's unbelievable. But they anytime a person making you sign a gag order and all that type of shit, that means you really must believe that's your son.
Facts.
I'm not making you sign okay.
Wait, he made his son, or he made the baby mom sign a gag order?
The aunt. I think the mom was like maybe dead or something. So it's the aunt that got custody of him, and they offered him money. They offered him money.
Wow.
I forgot. I don't know if he told me that, but I know they offered the young woman aunt money, but he said my aunt sure had a couple dollars. And she's like, no, they. I mean, I said, bro, if they offer me any million, I'm taking it. My dad gave me some millions, I'm done. That's it.
But see, y'all, this is where Ramir is saying, I don't care. I'm not here for money. I'm not here for clout. All I want to do is find out if Jay-Z is my father. So he said that Uskino said, if I was offered millions, I'd just basically take the money. But Ramir, he wants to know who his father is. He's not worried about the money. He said he just wants to get a yes or no from a valid paternity test on him being the father. But y'all, let's continue. Let's continue.
I would hope he would think about it, and this will be in his mind.
That's Christina. Yep.
Just feel like at this time, you just can think that this person knows and thinking about it and stuff like that.
Facts, Tammy.
She went in there and filed a paternity test, and it just basically, I could say it was a whole lot of running around with that case. It was a whole lot of things that wasn't. What can I say? We didn't have enough information to push the case. That's what I basically can say. We didn't have enough information to keep the case going. So it was a big case to me because, I really wanted to find out who my father was, and for the case not to go how I was planning it, I really thought it was going to go different than what it was. But well, I really feel like it should have been over with because, I feel like if it was anybody else, like, I'm not saying this because people got higher standards or people make more money than that, but it's this different because, if it was anybody else that made a low income, I feel like they would have had them in there way faster than people that's wealthy. I really try not to get frustrated, basically. I really try not to think about it, I go on with my life because, anything could happen, but, I still got to live for myself at the end of the day. I still got to work and bring an income for me. I can't sit around, I got to get up off my feet and do something. I can't wait on the world. Like I can't say, I can't wait on anybody to want to respond when they want to. Yeah, it is important that I know who my biological father is, just because my mom health. I don't know if it's coming from our family or it's coming from the other side, and that would be something I really would want to find out because in the future you don't know what could happen. And a lot of people are so quick to judge because they see somebody coming out and try to find out if the person that trying to find out things, they so negative to push you down. Like, people are just so quick to judge a person that's a low, I want to say low income, but somebody that doesn't have it, and somebody that does, they always think, you coming after that person's money, or they never look at the full story and things like that. It was, you know, living in Philadelphia, it was a hard city. Like, it started to get wilder as the years went on. Like,
Have you ever been in a situation where you were almost killed?
I have been, I want to say the cross.
And y'all, I'm telling you, when Jay-Z goes up on Congress because Nancy Mace, she basically told him, you gonna get up here and tell us how were you on the plane, you went to Epstein Island, what your relationship with Epstein is, what it was, what were you doing over there, Jay-Z? What were you doing over there, Jay-Z? Why are you over there on Epstein Island? Why are you in the Epstein files? But y'all, let's go ahead and see again what Hillary Clinton, how they were questioning her. Y'all know Bill Clinton was questioned, Hillary was questioned. Now they are saying they are requesting that Jay-Z come up and testify over here on Congress. Let's listen and see how they were asking Hillary Clinton questions, because Hillary Clinton, she was snapping out like a bucket of crabs, y'all.
Those reports triggered sanctions on countries failing to make progress, so they became a powerful diplomatic tool to drive concrete action. I insisted that the United States be included in the report for the first time ever in 2011, because we must hold ourselves not just to the same standard as the rest of the world, but to an even higher one.
Wow.
Sex trafficking and modern slavery should have no place in America. None. Infuriatingly, the Trump administration gutted the Trafficking in Persons Office at the State Department, cutting more than 70% of the career civil and foreign service experts who worked so hard to prevent trafficking crimes. The annual trafficking report required by law was delayed for months.
Tammy, I know, right?
Administration to the American people and the world could not be clearer. Combating human trafficking is no longer an American priority under the Trump White House. That's a tragedy, it's a scandal, and it deserves vigorous investigation and oversight.
Facts to Ron.
Committee endeavoring to stopping human trafficking would seek to understand what specific steps are needed to fix a legal system that allowed Epstein to get away with his crimes. A committee run by elected officials with a commitment to transparency would ensure the full release of all the files.
And y'all, I'm telling you, when Jay-Z gets up on the throne, I don't know when he's supposed to be going. I don't know what date they gave him, but they said, Jay-Z, you are going to get over here and you're going to testify in the same seat as Hillary Clinton, the same seat as Bill Clinton. And we want to know why in the Waka Flocka Flame are you in these Epstein files? Did you go over on planes? How long did you even go? Did y'all know that he was over there on the in was New Mexico, and he had a Epstein had a whole ranch or something over there in New Mexico. And I didn't even know this until recent. And I was like, whoa, Epstein had a whole ranch too. He was over here doing the most on the coast. And y'all, I'm telling you, this situation with these Epstein files, Jay-Z is not going to be able to bring his attorney in for him to speak and say all the things that he wants him to say. But y'all, let's go wrap it back because Hillary Clinton, Hillary Clinton was snapping out like a bucket of crabs at a certain time with these when she was being questioned in Congress. But check it out, y'all.
And how do you know Howard Lutnick? I know Howard Lutnick because when I was senator on 9/11, the firm he headed, Cantor Fitzgerald, suffered the greatest loss of life. As I recall, something like 650 of his employees were murdered by terrorists that day. Howard Lutnick missed being a victim because he was delayed dropping his child off to kindergarten. You asked the question. I'm going to answer your question. It's what I spent my time doing. I was trying to look out for others. Others trying, and I was taking.
Hillary Clinton is snapping like a bucket of crabs in this part, y'all. Y'all, could y'all imagine when Jay-Z gets up there and when he's asked these tough questions, he's going to be like, oh my God. He's going to hit his lawyer and be like, beating him. Hey, can you respond to this question? Can y'all imagine Jay-Z? Because Jay-Z already looks very suspicious and very mysterious in these other interviews he has. Now, at the Breakfast Club, he was talking a little bit, a little bit more. But when they were asking him about Rihanna, that's a whole different territory. You asking me about, 14, 15-year-old girls. And then Rihanna's over here telling Tyra Banks that he said that if I want to get out this room, I got to jump out the 29th floor. Or I have to sign these papers. Or I believe I had to get my cheeks clapped. I had to give up my tasty cakes. I believe he did something to Rihanna that night. There's no way you are a grown man with a 15, 16-year-old child, female child, at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you ain't doing nothing with this little girl. You ain't doing nothing with this little girl 3 o'clock in the morning. Where's her daddy at? Where her pappy at? Did he just come and pick up a check and say you can do all these nasty things to my daughter? I don't care. Just give me a couple of billion because y'all know Rihanna's dad just passed away last year. Very suspicious, right? Very suspicious. Rihanna's father passed away. And is it because the Dottie people said get rid of Rihanna's dad? Because he didn't collected a check on behalf of Jay-Z for Rihanna's tasty cakes? Yes, I believe so. But y'all, let's continue listening because Jay-Z is not going to thrive and live if they go in and get him like they did Hillary. But Hillary Clinton, she's with the smoke. She said, you asked me a question and I'm going to answer it. Y'all, let's continue listening. Jay-Z is not going to survive.
Thousand lives. And now you're being defined today. You asked me. I have met with Epstein survivors. I'm a survivor myself. You have emails. You denied that Jeffrey Epstein.
It's Iran. I know.
Big money to you. Howard Lutnick was you have an email with me asking Jeffrey Epstein for money. Email from Howard Lutnick sending it to Jeffrey Epstein and his people. You know about an event, an intimate event for you at his office at Cantor Fitzgerald. If you let me obfuscate and say to this committee, you didn't try to get money from Jeffrey Epstein. It was an intimate event in an email that Howard.
Wow. So is she saying this? They saying that she's getting money from Epstein? Was this like a transaction if they were selling these children? Do y'all put a one in the chat or put a yes or no? Do y'all think that they were selling these children off to each other? Like it was like a whole auction? Y'all, they were doing some disgusting things with these babies. I'm sorry. They were doing disgusting things with these babies. And they are saying that Epstein is not even dead. They said Epstein's not dead. They say Ghislaine Maxwell is not even in prison. Y'all, this is unbelievable. But y'all, let's continue.
An email to Epstein's people and Epstein to get him to come to your intimate event at Tanner Fitzgerald, a very small event. And so I'm not going to publish. You want to yell at me, that's fine, but I'll yell right back.
Well,
I am looking out for I'm doing the job that you would not do and refuse to do as Secretary of State. Thank you, and I yield back to you.
No, I'm going to finish answering the question, which I have a right to do. I am very sympathetic to your personal situation. I have read about it. I have seen you testify or speak on the floor about it. And I very much sympathize with not only what you went through, but appreciate your effort to stand up for survivors. I was a senator representing the people who were murdered on 9/11. Nobody lost more people than Howard Lutnick. You can say whatever you want. You can call him and have him appear before the committee. But
Yeah, did you guys know Howard Lutnick? Are y'all aware of Howard Lutnick? I don't care for him. When I seen his interview, I was like, oh no. He was trying to act like, he didn't have nothing to do with Epstein. He was Epstein's neighbor. And he said, yeah, it was just weird when I went over there. And yeah, he had a table in the middle of his living room. And when he started talking, I'm like, Howard Lutnick, you are in with the smoke with Epstein. You was neighbors. You was talking to him. You was going over to his house. And then he said, well, me and my wife was going back home. Like when we went to go over there to introduce ourselves, it was just weird. It was just weird. And then he goes on and he says all these other things. And I'm like, you was in with this. You were in with the smoke. And that's why Howard Lutnick's name keeps on coming up. But y'all, let's continue because Jay-Z is not going to survive Congress.
I knew him as the man who lost the employees that he knew intimately, including his brother.
And he was
so I worked.
Better finish her.
You know what? If you don't want to hear what emotionally affected me, that's fine.
Hillary, get him.
Yes, Hillary went to the
Hillary.
memorial service every 9/11 after the formal.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hillary Clinton snapped like a bucket of crabs. Now, Bill Clinton, on the other hand, y'all, he suffered with Parkinson's and he got all kind of medical issues. But Hillary Clinton, that at this interview that Clinton had at Congress, y'all, his lawyer was trying to speak up for him because you can tell he got Parkinson's, I don't know what else is going on with him, but Hillary Clinton, oh baby, she is with the smoke. She's not letting them get over on her, talk to her crazy. But Bill Clinton, he got to have his attorney to step in every 5 seconds, y'all. Tabby says Karen and Kevin Clinton, I know, right? They is a mess, but y'all, let's listen because Jay-Z is not going to survive these questions. He is not. So Jay-Z is next on the chopping block. He is a next Diddy 2.0. And there's no way, only because Jay-Z, we have not heard from him. We don't even know what he sounds like. We don't know if his voice got a little crackly, a little, high pitch, a little low pitch. We haven't heard from Jay-Z in a month of Sundays. But y'all, let's listen what they were saying with Clinton, with Bill Clinton. Let's see.
What did he say? He said he briefly met with him. No, he selected that piece. Are you denying that the president made this statement? What I'm saying is that there is an entire statement. That's the statement on which the president spoke to. Would you like to provide it to this committee? We're happy to provide that committee. We'd like to ask the president this question. was that a false statement that he made in 2019 that he only met with Jeffrey Epstein briefly on 2 occasions?
Object to the basis of this question.
Wait.
This is, you're asking him about a news article, not the statement he made.
It's quoting the president of the United States. Are you denying the president made this statement? Are you denying he made the statement? I want to know.
No, I'm telling you that the president made a full statement. You are selecting a piece of it. Let's put it in.
I wasn't in federal office in 2019. I was not a part of this committee. I was a state house rep from Goose Creek, South Carolina, and I'm quoting open sources that I have. To the best of my knowledge, I'm not rich with a bunch of attorneys. Okay, I'm doing the best that I can to get the information I can, and I'm asking if the president was telling a lie in 2019. He stated to the public he'd only met with Jeffrey Epstein on 2 occasions.
He did not say that. Let me be clear. Not asking about your right to ask him any question, but don't do it on the basis of a news article. The news article's quoting his statement.
So is the news article lying? Is the news article false?
It's false if you take it to mean what you say, which the statement did not do.
Do you understand English?
I'm not from South Carolina, but I think I do.
Did you make a statement, Mr. President, in 2019 that you only met with Jeffrey Epstein twice?
Wow.
I'm asking a question a different way.
Oh, wow.
I think that when I answer that, I don't believe I remembered anything about meeting him in 1995.
So when making a statement about Jeffrey Epstein in 2019, would you have checked with your staff on maybe White House logs about the 17 times he visited, dinners you had with him, fundraising that you did with him, fundraising dinners he was on, you were on his flights 26 times. Did you have checked with your staff before making such a statement, or would you just...
What statement are you talking about? Are you talking about the entire statement that he made in 2000?
Can I just ask you for the purpose?
Look how bad Bill Clinton. Did y'all see him drink his coffee? It's like he was about to spill that coffee cup. He got Parkinson's. He like is going through a lot of, look like a lot of health issues. I mean, Hillary Clinton, she's with the smoke. She's popping and crack-a-lacking. She is talking back, and Clinton, he acting like he can't even, respond to things. Like he's not really with it like Hillary is, right? This is crazy. Jay-Z is not going to be able to live during these times, right? Brian says, yep, he was all into those pictures. Exactly. He was with the smoke. I'm telling you, there's no way that, Monica Lewinsky was over there giving you special eggplant treatment and your tail wasn't at the Epstein Island. I'm sorry. I don't believe that for one moment. You was with the smoke over there jumping back and forth, going to New Mexico to the freak off ranch that Epstein had. They were all with the smoke. I'm sorry. They were all with the smoke. But y'all, let's listen to what else they're asking him, because these are some of the questions that they gonna be asking Jay-Z, y'all.
Excuse me, Ms. Mason, can I ask you the record? Can you read the article into the record, please?
I'm not going to read the article into the record.
Well, Ms. Mason, you are indicating that this article misrepresents the piece.
Did you not ask anybody to read the article to the record? I'm not going to do that.
This is on basis.
I'm not what you see. You're not in charge of me. I am quoting.
I'm not seeking to be in charge of you. Believe me, that is something I would not at all
Don't even try.
seek to be. So I want to be respectful. I am asking, if you're asking him to speak to this, can you please put the entire article in the record?
The entire article is in the record as an exhibit. What exhibit number is this?
22.
22.
And yet,
Counselor,
it's already in the record, Counselor.
To reflect only the small portion of the larger statement, to whatever extent the witness is able to answer to his recollection of that portion of the statement and any preparation that occurred to make that statement.
so in other words, what you have just articulated, that the question's been clarified by Ms. Mace or by you, that what is intended is to actually only be speaking to the selected piece out of the entire statement that was released by the president's office. Is that what we're clarifying?
That's what I'm focused on, yes.
So if you read this, then you really want to know is if I was at a dinner.
No, I don't. My question is
non-Solomon.
No, sir. No, sir. I'm not asking about that dinner. I'm asking about the statement at the beginning of the article. I would like to ask another question. Your statement in 2019 about only meeting with Jeffrey Epstein on 2 occasions briefly.
That is not correct. I'm going to object to that characterization. That is not what the statement said.
Wow.
Reading the Daily News.
Wow.
Right. And on the third paragraph down, it says, in his Monday statement, Clinton said he had only, quote, one meeting with Epstein in his Harlem office in 2002. And around the same time, made one brief visit to Epstein's New York apartment with a staff member and his security detail. Those are the two.
That is in addition to
To the Daily News, Bill Clinton failed to mention his intimate dinner night with Epstein. That's by Pilar Melendez on the 11th of July, 2019.
Wow. Y'all,
Starting.
he does. He looks old, and y'all, I'm telling you, he needs this attorney to answer a lot of the questions. Hillary Clinton, she went up there by herself. Now, whether she had an attorney with her, I mean, we don't know because she was with the smoke. She was answering them questions, going back and forth with them, and I'm telling you, Clinton, he's like struggling. He did a whole lot of stuff, but I'm telling you, Epstein island situation, Jay-Z going up there and testify on Congress is not looking good. Let's check it out and see what academics has to say about this.
All right. 50 Cent, man. 50 Cent. I think 50 Cent is trying to do it's not a hostile takeover, but he's trying to do he is pulling a coup.
I'm back. I don't know why it kicked me out.
Remember, Diddy was working with Netflix. He was kind of having like a deal kind of in the works, but then he gets locked up. It falls apart. They then hire Diddy's op 50. Now, I think that's highly unethical. Damn. Why would you hire this guy's worst enemy? If you were cool enough to have business talks with the guy to try to get a documentary that he was going to be a part of himself, if he gets locked up or he falls out of the situation, why would you get his mortal enemy? But then I realized, and this is what I'm trying to say, a company like Netflix,
Hey, my baby Jamil.
they have nothing but the bottom line. They only care about dollars and cents. They don't care about, oh, that's my guy. I can't do that.
Look at Jay-Z.
We have a relationship with them. No, they say, what could be the biggest when we announce it? What could get us the most subscribers, make us the most revenue? We're finding that out. And I think 50 is finding that out. I think 50 realizes that Netflix, they're down for anything.
Thanks.
They could get someone else to be the face to give it credibility.
Yep.
That Jay-Z.
Yep, Stacey.
A lot of certain companies, they just care about selling.
And y'all know 50 Cent is with the smoke and the shenanigans. And y'all is sued. Look at what the face that 50 Cent put on his Instagram. Look at that face, Jay-Z. That's what 50 Cent. Look what 50 Cent put on here. Y'all, 50 Cent, he on Troll Patrol. He can't wait till Jay-Z go down. He gonna be a surviving Jay-Z, Beyonce. I mean, he gonna be doing a docu-series in probably about 5 minutes. And it's gonna be on Netflix. But y'all, let's continue listening to academics. Because 50 Cent is basically ready to do that surviving what's his name? Jay-Z and the camel lips. I'm telling you, he is ready, but Jay-Z is next. But y'all, let's listen to academics.
You see 50 in front of the Netflix logo. He says, little sex worker. He says, LOL, little sex worker doing it big. Get him, baby. Okay? It's 50 with Netflix. I think he's trying to get the influence over there, like possibly close to what he had to Stars. I don't think he will, because Netflix is really huge. So he's trying though. You know what he did? And you got to realize this Sean Combs thing is it's a hit. I think the majority of things he's doing is marketing this, but it's such a hit. Look at this. It shows him at the Netflix meeting and Puff in jail, right? Puff in jail throwing down the phone or whatever the case is. He's with his lawyer throwing down the phone, right? Exactly. Now, when you look at this, and by the way, here's another thing. He has a picture of him presenting this. I would imagine it's Netflix. He said, "Good morning, guys. Don't let my momentum agitate you. The bidding war for WPBD is heating up, and I don't care how it goes. I'm leaving with the winner. Now,
and y'all remember Jay-Z, I'm sorry, 50 Cent. Remember he was going back with Netflix and a couple of other other businesses as far as getting this docuseries, and it ended up being Netflix was the one who basically won the bid. But it was going back and forth for a while, like all last year, and we were waiting. And y'all, hold on, they're supposed to be doing a Diddy. Where's that documentary at? Remember King Kong's and King and the other son is doing a documentary with somebody, I can't remember who, but y'all, that documentary, it was supposed to come out in February and we ain't seen it yet. But y'all, let's continue, because King Academic says, y'all see, he says, is Jay-Z next? This is what everybody is asking, but also just saying that Jay-Z is next. Let's continue.
what is that? Now, a lot of people think it's unethical for a rapper to be blowing the whistle on another rapper, given the fact that many rappers do the same things. Now, maybe not Diddy things, but like, I can tell you, I know many rappers who they do domestically assault their woman. They have put their hands on their woman. They have beat their woman before. They have a domestic case. People would think it would be unethical, especially if you've been accused of such things, to be the person blowing the whistle on other people being accused of such things. 50 don't give a fuck.
At all. That part. That part.
Posted the Netflix thing. He said number one in 36 countries and 11 others still going up. Okay. Now, here it is. 50 is now posted a picture and an edited picture of that. Someone of Jay-Z.
Oh, Lord.
50 said, please stop sending me stuff like this. I'm not going to post it. But of course, he's being facetious because he posted the picture that he claimed he wouldn't post. Now, that's not the interesting part, y'all. The interesting part is when you look at it, 50 was in the comments here.
Oh, sir. I didn't know that.
He was liking posts. You can't see what the author, which will be 50, likes. But 50, and I guess I can post it on give me a second.
Oh, wow. 50 Cent is about to do the Jay-Z, surviving Jay-Z and Beyonce. Oh, alopecia. Wow. Smash the like button, y'all. Let's get some likes up. Wow.
Wait, what?
The people saying the picture is insane, laughing out loud. Look at the mustache. Oh my God.
Anyway, because I don't want to slow the stream now. 50 is liking these comments, and these comments are saying, yo, do the documentary on Jay-Z next.
Wow.
Right? Oh, actually, people posted on Twitter. So they're actually saying, and they're encouraging, and 50's liking it.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Said 50 Cent liking the comments, hinting Jay-Z's next.
Wow.
Somebody says, my only question. He's next, isn't he? 50 liked it. Okay.
Wow.
50 seems to be liking comments that would make people assume maybe he's gonna target Jay-Z next for a documentary expose.
Wow.
Now, 50, he did another interview. 50 Cent interview. Did y'all see this new interview? Hold on. I think this is it. We didn't play this. Let's go.
Her life, including videos, contribute to a critical portrait of Diddy in the documentary, which we can report tonight has now jumped to #1 for Netflix shows in the US since debuting this week. Sean Combs' The Reckoning tackles Diddy's entire life, including previous legal controversies, the recent trial, which saw him acquitted on the most serious charges, including RICO, but convicted for prostitution crimes that landed him in prison for about 2 more years. Diddy's team is also rebutting this project as a, quote, shameful hit piece. They note the obtained footage was not authorized for release. Netflix says they legally obtained the videos. In addition, tonight, another dynamic here is that another famous rapper is, of course, behind this film, 50 Cent, who has long publicly clapped with Diddy and has recently expanded into a wide range of film and TV projects. He has plenty to say about Combs' record. The rapper, actor, and producer joins me now. He's sold over 30 million albums.
He got a new suit.
Won all kinds of awards and accolades along the way and is now a successful film and TV producer. And we're also joined by his colleague on the project, Alexandria Stapleton, an Emmy-winning showrunner and director of this series. Welcome to both of you.
Oh, man, thanks for having me.
Always great to have a 50-day.
Yeah, it's always going to be good. Great for ratings.
Here we go.
And y'all know 50 Cent. Hold on, let me turn the camera. Y'all know 50 Cent. He be on troll patrol. As soon as you can find, he finds out something is going on with somebody he's beefing. Y'all know he's going back and forth with T.I. and Tiny and the whole family. And matter of fact, Papoose, just this morning, me and my baby woke up and we found out Papoose and did a diss record to 50 Cent off of his own, off of 50 Cent's own beat. Did y'all see that this morning? Y'all, it's going down in the streets with 50 Cent. But y'all, 50 Cent, he wants to do a surviving T.I. and Tiny, right? He what Tammy said he's so messy. Yes, 50 Cent is on Troll Patrol. He always tried to do a series on somebody. But y'all, T.I. and Tiny, if y'all don't know, a couple of years ago, they had came out and they said that T.I. and Tiny had some disgusting charges. They were doing like Diddy-like situations. They had these girls, and these girls were saying that, all of a sudden that they're getting these invites because y'all, social media is crazy, right? These people from higher up, they will go ahead and pick these people. They see somebody's page, they'll send them an inbox, and then they start to chatting. And this is basically how this girl got to T.I. and Tiny's house. And she said that T.I. and Tiny was doing like some crazy stuff to her, and that she just was like basically selected. She got an invite pretty much, and that they were doing these nasty, crazy, salacious things. Right? Tammy says they doing survival. They doing surviving. Yeah, T.I. and Tiny want to do a surviving 50 Cent. I'm telling you, it's getting crazy out here in these streets, y'all. I'm telling you, it's getting crazy. But T.I. and Tiny, they were nasty, doing demonic stuff. And then the whole family, T.I. and Tiny's whole family jumped 50 Cent. So I was like, man. And then even their baby girl, even the baby girl, T.I. and Tiny's baby girl came out with a song dissing 50. And now this morning, Papoose is dissing 50 Cent. T.I. came out with so many different tracks. 50 Cent coming out with tracks. I'm like, this is getting crazy. But now we got Jay-Z and his twigs that is going to be under investigation. And now they are saying that 50 Cent, that Jay-Z, he better bring him and his twigs up there to Congress because they're not playing with him. And they want to know what his dealings with Epstein had to do with him being in these Epstein files. So now I don't believe for one moment that Jay-Z is going to survive Congress and being asked these questions. He's going to be sitting there tapping and hitting his attorney to be asking these questions. Because Jay-Z, I'm telling you, Jay-Z and his hairstyle with these questions that Congress had to ask him is not going to be able to survive. No, absolutely not. But y'all, let's check Jay-Z out on the Howard Stern show because he looks like he is scared and scared to answer these questions.
You were proud, man, and you were like, "Wow, this is a discovery of mine." And then she exploded, and then she lit up. How hands-on are you in terms of managing her career?
Well, we actually manage her now. We didn't manage her in the beginning. I signed her as an artist on Def Jam.
How'd you know? Where do you meet? Where do you find a girl like that?
She actually walked into my office. She had a lawyer, Scott Felcher, and he knew Jay Brown, who works with me, and they made the introduction.
And y'all, Rihanna was underage when she met Jay-Z. Jay-Z was 50, 11 years old, while Rihanna was 14, 13, something like that. She was very young. She was underage and well under 18 when Jay-Z met her. And she even said right there, I played it for y'all earlier, where she was on the Tyra Banks show, and she said, the only way Jay-Z and she sounded like she had a lisp too. The only way Jay-Z said that I can get out of here if I jump out of the 29th store and or if I sign these papers. How is he gonna have you sign these papers, Rihanna, and you only 12 years old? And it's a valid contract. That is not a valid contract. Not a valid contract at all. And what are you doing as a grown man with this child in a room at 3 o'clock in the morning? You was trying to get her to clap her cheeks and get her tasty cakes. But y'all, let's listen to what Jay-Z had to say, because he's telling a whole lie, and he is very, very suspicious and mysterious and very suspicious when he's answering these questions. But y'all, let's listen.
Replay, which was her first single she had already, and she walked into the office, and I heard the record, and I was really afraid of the record. It was so big that I thought the record would be bigger than her.
Right.
I thought the record, she would be the Pon the Replay girl
Forever.
Yeah. But I took the meeting anyway. I said, let me just meet her, and
Beautiful.
when I met her that day, I knew she was a star. Like, just her look, the way she walked into a room, and her confidence, and she performed in my office.
And she was what, 17 years old at that
She
point?
was 16.
16. And she,
No, Jay-Z. No, you said 16. No, absolutely not. I believe Rihanna was younger than 16 years old. I don't believe Rihanna was 16. You trying to say 16 to try to get some years added on to her age. Rihanna was not 16. I believe she was younger than that. I believe she was. I believe she was younger. Hey, Purple Flower, how are you? I believe she was younger than that, y'all. Let's listen.
has the confidence. She's a soul in a
Yeah,
sense, right?
absolutely.
So she walks in your office, and what? She just belts out a tune.
Belts out of tune, she performs, and I tell her, there's no way out of this office. I signed her that day.
Wow.
Wow. He even said there's no way out of his office. And he says that she was 16. So if you're telling, even if she was 16, I don't believe she was younger. You're telling me that she was 16 years old and that you told her there ain't no way out of your office? Anthony, Pierce a Bible. Absolutely. This is Pierce a Bible. He just snitched on himself. And we wonder why he has to go to Congress and testify. OMG. Y'all, let's continue listening to him. Oh my God.
She must be generating a fortune, right?
Yeah, well,
I mean, if you retired tomorrow, you could just run her career and make a ton of dough. Am I correct?
no,
I'm wrong?
no, I have expensive taste.
Wow. Wow. OMG, y'all. OMG, y'all. Hold on. Let's go back and see what Rihanna says. Because Rihanna said if he had a lip, and this is how you could tell the Rihanna was really young at the age, because she don't got no lip no more. She don't have a lisp no more. She got her lisp taken care of. But she is like at a young age, you could tell she was very young. Let's listen to her words.
You said, I was interested. There's this sudden feel of relief. But it's like open a door. Oh, then he said, oh, so I put on your place. Said, there's 2 minutes to leave here. I looked through the door, went to Jill screen, through this window, and we're on the 29th floor. Said, we don't sing songs here, we sang artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, I was interested. There's this sudden feel of relief. But it's like open a door. Oh, then he said, he said the whole word. So I put on your place. Said, there's 2 minutes to leave here. I looked through the door, went to Jill screen, through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
Now, y'all can't tell me, wonder why Congress wants Jay-Z to come and testify. Rihanna said it out of her own mouth. She said there's only 2 ways out of this hotel that Jay-Z told me: through the window on the 29th floor, or signing this deal. And let me look it up. Hold on, because I don't believe that she was 16 years old, 17 years old. I believe Rihanna was very young when she signed that deal. Hold on, let me look it up. Because I believe that she was way younger than that. I believe she was way younger than that because they're going to try to put a little bit of, age up on her because, Congress is asking them questions to Jay-Z. Let's see. How old was Rihanna? Let me see. How old was Rihanna when she signed with Jay-Z? Let's see. When she signed with Jay-Z at 3 o'clock in the morning after she got her cheeks clapped. Hold on, let's see. How old was Rihanna when she signed with Jay-Z after she got her cheeks clapped with Jay-Z? Let's see. Let's see. Because I believe that she was younger. I believe. Hey, Veronica, how are you? Let me see. Okay, it says she was 16, but y'all, I don't believe that. Hold on. It says 16, 17. See, this is why I'm telling you they are trying to cover themselves. Because y'all know they can put anything on Google. They can even delete stuff off of Google if y'all don't know. I don't believe that. Let me see. They're saying 16 because they're trying to put a little bit of age on her, but I believe she was probably 14 or 15, probably. But anyway, they're saying 16. But at 16 years old, you're still underage, regardless. 16, 15, 14, you still young. You still in high school at that age. She was, yes, Tammy, she was still a minor at the end of the day. She was still a minor. And then all of a sudden, Rihanna's dad came up and he passed away last year. How is that so that's like most serious? Let me see. When Jay-Z, let me see. Rihanna's father passed away last year sometime. Let me see. And it's crazy because this is when all this stuff with Jay-Z is coming about. Hold on, let's see. Rihanna, dad passes away. Let's see. Dad. When do y'all know about this? About Rihanna's father passing? Did y'all know about that? Rihanna's dad passed away? Because they're saying that Rihanna allegedly, her dad sold Rihanna to Jay-Z. That's what they say. Let me see. Because her dad passed away last year. All of a sudden. Yes. Let me see. Last May. Last May. Last May, the dad um passed away. They're saying allegedly, I wasn't there, but they're saying that Rihanna's dad sold her to Jay-Z. And I believe that to be true. I believe a lot of these parents were selling their children for a payday and not knowing or maybe unknowing. I'm gonna say knowing that these freak off dragons and perverts were going to be doing all these bad things to their children. There's no way you're going to say, the lounge, can I get your child, can I know your child has a beautiful voice, but can I go ahead and I'll give you a couple of dollars and I'll pay for this career? No, you're not taking my child nowhere. If I can't be in the same room as my child while she or he is singing, I don't want your money. Not all money is good money. I would not entrust somebody that I don't know and I ain't seen from Adam or known from Adam to be taking my child anywhere, not even in the next room over. Like when my children were younger and they were in sports, best believe I was right there. If they was at track, baseball, football, all of those sports, I was in there. I wasn't a parent to be dropping off and I'll come back in an hour. Absolutely not. Because it only takes a couple of seconds for these people to do these awful things to your children. And these are things that your children will live with for the rest of their life if they were touched, if they were, things were done to. some of people, maybe even in the building, maybe some of y'all have had that experience of being raped or touched or something by an adult when y'all were younger, and it really goes into your adulthood and it does something to you. Just like Terrence Howard said, whenever a person, and I'm gonna say both of a girl or a boy, is being touched, that is something that they deal with mentally. They probably even struggle through it, even through therapy. They have problems. And you can't tell me like Justin Bieber, Usher, they were touched when they were younger. Their parents gave them away, said, "Give me $1 million, I give you their tasty cakes." Tasty cakes sold to the person with the highest check. I do believe that's exactly what happened. These people know there's no way, even my parents, they didn't let us go far away from them. We don't know these people. You ain't just gonna come and say, "Ma, can I spend the night at Sarah Lee's house?" And my mom say yes, and my dad say yes. No, absolutely not. When I was a child, if they didn't know them, if they didn't like know them, you ain't going over. I don't know what these people, how they're living, what kind of stuff they're into. Because these people, even today, these grown people, these perverts, they will have their child friends coming over, knowing that they do stuff to their kids' friends. Even to y'all, I watched the Louisiana Parole Board, and when I say that these women and men, most of these women and men in Louisiana, a lot of them. And y'all check it out for yourself. Look up Louisiana Parole Board. These women go on there, they've been in prison for years, and they're like, okay, well, tell us what happened. Tell us what happened to what your crime was about. Tell us what happened with your crime. Well, I was allowing my boyfriend or my husband to touch and have sex with my child. What? I'm telling you, these people are weird. They're nasty. They're demonic. There's no way that I'm sitting here with my husband or my man, or vice versa, girlfriend, whatever. If I was a guy with my girlfriend or wife, and I'm letting you do these awful things and me knowing about it, there's no way. No way, because your parent, as a child, you look up to your parents. Your parents are supposed to be your protector at a young age. And if your parents are not protecting you, the child is lost out there. They're like, you know what, my mom and dad is supposed to be protecting me, and I'm going through these awful things by them. Or if it's not by them, it's by other people. Like there's no way, no way, not 1 cent would be able to take my child out of my eyesight, my area, and be, well, yeah, they sing pretty good and blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, I don't know how good they sing because I wasn't there. But there's no way, I've never ever allowed my children to go and people pick them up and take them to practice. Mm-mm. Nope, I did not trust. Mm-mm. I did not trust nobody at all with my children. No, absolutely not. If it wasn't like a close friend or like family that I know that they're in good hands with, I did not let just them say, "Oh, yeah, coach, yeah, we're having a sleepover, we're having a pizza party at my house for the team." No, 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 no. My son or my daughter, they won't attend. But thanks for the invite. But these people these days, like I said, Justin Bieber, Usher, even that girl that Justin Bieber had, I forget, I think her name is Billie Eilish or something like that. Remember Billie Eilish, I forget the name, how to pronounce it, but even Justin Bieber was trying to protect her. And I'm like, oh my goodness, he's been through the industry. He's been through the sick demonic stuff with her. Yes, call my bluff. Yes, Ellis. Yes, Billie Ellis. Yes. And he was trying to protect her. And I was like, you have a child trying to protect another child. I mean, even though they were young in their 20s, when I seen that interview with Justin Bieber, and he was sad, it was just so disturbing. You cannot tell me that all this stuff that you see Justin Bieber going through these interviews and stuff, that he ain't never been touched, he ain't never, nothing ever happened to him. You can't tell me that. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me that. Mark says Justin was born a girl. I don't know about that. Hey Michael. Michael says Elish Adi. Oh, I don't know, but they say that these people know what they're doing when they be selling their children to them. They really know. They know. Rihanna, you can't tell me Jay-Z was going to try to clap her tasty cakes, try to have her sign papers at 3 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing as a grown man with a 16, even if she was 16? Why are you with a 16-year-old child? Why are you with a 12-year-old child, 10-year-old child that's not yours? I wouldn't even feel comfortable as a grown woman knowing that I'm not being in no room with somebody else's child at that age. No, absolutely not. I would not know. We need a room full of people and the parent to be doing auditions. If it was me doing auditions, I'm not being in no room by myself with nobody else's child. No, absolutely not. No, that's what we're not doing. Michael says 3 a.m. is around the witching hour. Yes, facts. This is what Jay-Z was doing. This is why they said, Jay-Z, you coming up on Congress and you gonna be questioned why you in these Epstein files. Y'all, it's crazy. It is really, really crazy and really spooky out here. But we gonna see what happens. I don't know when he's slated to go and testify. I'm not sure, but what we do know is that Jay-Z is slated to go and testify up on Congress, the same seat that Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton were in. And y'all know Hillary, y'all seen she was acting a fool. She was cutting up over there in Congress when they were asking her these questions. But I don't know how it's going to go with Jay-Z. I do know he's probably going to plead the fifth and say probably as little as possible. I believe so because, like I said, Jay-Z, he's not a person, and Beyonce to be going up and talking, having these interviews. We haven't heard them in a long time. We haven't heard Jay-Z and Beyonce talking, have an interview, have a conversation in a very, very, very long time. A very long time. We haven't. We haven't seen them. We haven't seen them. We haven't heard them. I mean, we ain't seen them and heard them in a long time. So we don't even know what Beyonce and Jay-Z sound like right about now. So we gonna find out when he's going on Congress, because whenever he does go on Congress, y'all know I'm going live. Y'all know I am going live and I'm gonna do a reaction to that video. But needless to say, we gonna figure out what he's gonna say, what questions they're gonna ask him. I mean, this is really, really crazy. John says, you have to have a lie detector test on top of him being under oath. Yes, are they gonna take a lie detector test? They should, because all these things. You got Ramir saying that he's his daddy, and he looks just like Ramir. Ramir looks just like him. I meant to say, Ramir looks just like Jay-Z. And if Beyonce was any type of woman, let me say that, I would have told Jay-Z, you better go down there and take that paternity test. But they're so demonic and so into this devilish, demonic world, they don't even care. But Jay-Z had a child. He took and gave and paid her a whole bunch of money and told her, don't say nothing else. Don't bring up my name. If anybody interviews you, you bet not say anything. I bet not see you on any social media. I bet not see you nowhere. Take this money and go shove it and go sit down in somewhere and don't bother me at all for the rest of my life. Jay-Z is a horrible person. You can tell Jay-Z is a horrible person. Brown says big facts. Yes. You cannot tell me if I was if I were Beyonce, I would have told him hurry up, go down to the health department, take that test. And take the test in the doctor's office. Don't be trying to have nobody come to the house, swab your mouth and lie and stuff like that. No, go down there because I want to know if you are the father. But Beyonce was messing with Jay-Z when she was young too. Jay-Z was messing with Beyonce, with Foxy Brown, with Rihanna, all while they were super underage, young. They were very young. Very young. It wasn't like Jay-Z was 17 and she was 16. No, he was 20 something, almost 30, messing with them. Oh yeah, Aaliyah. Call my bluff. Aaliyah too. You are absolutely right. Aaliyah too. Facts. Facts. All of them. That's what I'm saying. And y'all, and just like Lord Jamar said, there was rumors going around Hollywood before even social media got up and popping. There was rumors that Jay-Z loved to mess with the young girls, with the childrens. So this is why I'm saying it's getting crazy out here with these Epstein files. I mean, Trump over here starting wars and doing all kind of stuff. And just to take the whole thing off of this Epstein files, because y'all noticed there was a shooting in Austin, Texas. The Iran got bombed. Mexico, the leader got taken down. So it's a lot going on to take everybody's mind off of these Epstein files. So I don't know. It's getting really, really crazy. Mark says Nancy Pelosi will shape Sugar Honey Iced Tea on live TV. It's crazy. I don't trust none of them, really, to tell y'all the truth. I don't vote and I don't trust none of them. I don't care what they claim. I don't trust none of them because they're all doing the same thing. And then you got the poor people, really the ones who are struggling and not being able to live a life that they wished and hoped and dreamed. They cut the food stamps off. They did all kind of stuff. And some people, maybe they need to get off food stamps, get a job, maybe, but there's some people who really need these food stamps, really need like Section 8, people who are like handicapped and they really can't work. These are the people really that are the ones suffering. So it's really crazy. Christine says Jay-Z dad was on coke. Oh wow. 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 Is Jay-Z's mom still living? I wonder, is his dad still living? Like you don't see him sacrificing none of them. But allegedly, he sacrificed the baby mom. They say Blue Ivy is for this what's her name? The girl that they found unalive. Because remember, Beyonce was acting like she was pregnant with the fake belly bump. And then Jay-Z had allegedly this girl pregnant, I forget her name. And then all of a sudden she came up missing. And then that's when the birth of Blue Ivy came. So y'all, it's a lot of a lot of stuff. It's a lot. Oh, Uranus says Jay Z was violated by his grandfather, a preacher, as a child. Jay Z hates God. Wow. Call My Bluff says fake belly bump. Yep, Beyonce wasn't. Yes. You remember that too? The fake belly bump. And she sat down. And when she sat down, it was like a whole, like the belly. You know how they do movies and they have these little things that the girls wear and they're fake belly bumps. And when she bent over, it was like, wait a minute. Hold up, swoop. Yes, it folded, Jim. Yes. Jim, yes, it folded, remember? And we were like, whoa, wait a minute. Toothless says, did they sacrifice? That's what I wonder too. Because remember, Left Eye was in Honduras. She was going to get allegedly healed. And then all of a sudden she gets into a tragic accident and passes away. I was like, I'm telling y'all, these people are like dark and demonic. It's crazy. Vibration says, yep, she was on that talk show. Remember? It was like a talk show, like somebody from like UK had an accent from UK or somewhere overseas, and they were talking to her, and she came in, walked out, on the stage, and then she sat down, she crouched down, sat down, and the next thing you know, the belly bump then folded like a whole pillow. I was like, wait a minute. Hold up, swole up. This is what happened? What? Really? I was like, wow. Vibration laughing out loud. Yeah, that's what I say too. I was like, oh my God, this is what we doing, Beyonce? We having fake pregnancy bumps? Crazy, crazy, crazy. But y'all, I'm not gonna keep y'all. We gonna find out when Jay-Z goes on Congress and he got to go up there and testify. And we're gonna see what he says. User says, how is your skin so glowy? What is your skin thank you, glowy. I use a lot of products on my skin. I do. I use a lot of what are they called? It's from if you look up Ordinary, I use like 4 different, like for blemishes, for like vitamin E, a lot of those different things I use on my skin. And I don't wear any makeup. I wear like eye makeup, my eyebrows, lipstick and stuff like that. But I don't use any like what is it called? What is it called? Compact or whatever. I use white powder only because like the white powder like calms my oily because I have very oily skin. So I use that in to calm down my skin so I'm not shining because I be looking like looking like oily, very oily. Like skin be looking like I just put some Crisco on it. My skin is very oily. So I use like the white powder to calm it down. But I use just regular panoxynil. What is it called? Panoxynil. For my face scrub, I use it with the brush, scrub my face. And then I use all of my Ordinary products like the vitamin E, like the one for blemishes and all that. And I use that on my skin. And then I just do my makeup. But yeah, that's it. That's it. But y'all, yeah, y'all see my skin it be like I'm telling you, it be look like I got the Crisco on there, maybe some vitamin E fresh on there. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, Ordinary. There's some great products. Ordinary or any kind of the ones that are like in the small bottles, like the Ordinary bottles that like different stuff. Like you use it for like I said, um like all kind of stuff. You can look and see on Amazon. And that's what I use for my skin routine. But thank you. But y'all, I'm not gonna keep y'all. It's going down in the DM. We gonna see what in the Waka Flocka Flame they gonna ask Jay-Z. And is Beyonce gonna be pulled into? Because they did pull Clinton, they did pull Hillary and Bill in there. So we don't know. But y'all have a great rest of your day. I might go live later on. If I have enough time later to go live again and probably do a live about something else. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. But last night we did Umar Johnson for Nez 3 times. Today we did Jay-Z, and then now we're gonna be doing other stuff. Something else. I don't know. We'll figure out something. Daniel says I'm allergic to moisturizers. Using Vaseline is not as great though. I use. You know what's good? You can use like castor oil is really good. I use that too on my skin sometimes, like at night, because it's so like oily and you put oil on oil. But it's castor oil is really good for your skin. Vaseline is good for the skin that I use. Um, what else? Like different oils. Y'all know like different oils are really good. Like I made a lot of different like avocado oil. Um, um just like different type of oils that you think that you have in your cabinets that are like for cooking is good for your skin and your hair too. But just like Google like castor oil. Neat, thank you, you're welcome. That castor oil, like I use also like as like a cleanser, like rose water, rose whatever, my celly water, whatever. Like I just try different things, and if it agrees with my skin or if it helps my oily, because I have really oily skin. That's like my battle with my skin, with my face is oily, oily, oily. But yeah, just check out, just Google different things. Rosehip, yes, rosehip, Jim. Yeah, rosehip oil. Yeah, that's really good too that I use. So yeah, so I just do a routine. I try to do it like twice, usually once or twice a day. Just depends like how busy I am, but once or twice a day. Um Daniel, thank you. Daniel, thank you. Thank you. So that's yeah, it's like, certain things you got to try so hard with cuz you miss a day or something, next thing you know is like matter of fact I had like a little pimple right here up here by my eye right here. Yeah, right here. I had like a little pimple coming in. I'm like, dang, why I got to have these pimples coming in? But yeah, I had like a little pimple right here. I don't know if y'all could tell, but this morning when I was doing my eyes, it was like all like I was like, oh my goodness. But thank you, thank you. But y'all always lead with love, peace, and tranquility. And y'all, we're gonna do it again tonight. We trying to get back in this algorithm because y'all know me and my baby went to Mexico. And another thing that's probably gonna hold me up for these next couple of months, probably, but I'm gonna try to still go live is I'm trying to get um my dress together because my baby Jamel Peterson, if y'all not following him, Jamel Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy, he's here on YouTube as well. A big, he's a comedian. But my baby has a movie premiere, so we're gonna be on the red carpet. So his movie's coming out. And it's a big thing where it's coming out at. It's like huge. Like it's gonna be like he is probably like going to be like the I don't know the most famousest person in this place where we go. He's like everybody knows him. They're always like it's gonna be crazy. But anyway, we're on the red carpet. So now, thank you, Stacy. We love you too. We love all of y'all. So he's gonna do his movie premiere. His movie's coming out, and we're gonna be getting ready for that. So I have to really find. I think I'm gonna get my cousin to probably make my dress, or maybe buy a dress and have her alter because she loves to sew. She loves to do all kind of stuff. She makes my earrings. I get from her. She makes the earrings, so I may have her make my earrings and maybe have her do my buy a dress or see if she can make a dress. But I want like a big dress. Like I seen some really 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 cute like nice big fluffy, beautiful, like red carpet dresses. So I'm gonna have to find something. So I'll be busy doing that and doing a bunch of other stuff. But anyway, we back. We gonna go live as much as possible. But y'all, we gonna get it together. We gonna get it together. And we're gonna be live. I'll probably go live at the movie premiere so you guys can see. I may go live. It depends because it's gonna probably be a lot of people all up in our face, like, hold on, wait a minute now. Hold up, hold up, hold up. But we gonna see. We gonna see. But I'm gonna definitely keep you guys in the loop because you guys know y'all always go with us wherever we go. We always take y'all with us. So Tammy says you better go live. Yes, ma'am, Tammy. Yes, sister. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live. I definitely am gonna go live because it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be I mean, like the red carpet. You know how the red carpet is. At the awards and all that stuff. So it's gonna be so many people. It's gonna be a lot, a lot, a lot. I know. I think the producer is coming down. Wants to come down in a helicopter. So I don't know. I'm not taking no helicopter ride to come down. But we're definitely gonna go live and share a lot of clips and stuff with you guys because this is big for my baby Jamil. This is his second movie. But this movie is a huge, huge, big deal in the city because it has to do with the city and a real situation that went on, and he plays a cop, and also Will Smith's best friend is in it, and also the real Rick Ross. So I'm not sure if they're coming to the movie premiere, but they're definitely in the movie. I hope they come to the movie premiere so we can at least I can get camera footage and do maybe an interview with them. So I'm gonna see. Stacey, I'm so proud of him. He deserves it. Yes, my baby worked hard. He was going hard in the paint for this movie. Tammy says we want to see. Yes, I will show you, Tammy. Yes, we gonna go live and show all of y'all. It's gonna be crazy, but it's gonna be a lot going on. Probably, people trying to come up and talk to Jamil like he is. It's a lot because he's very famous, very very famous in this town that we're going to be, I mean city that we're going to be in. So it's going to be people probably running up to him trying to take pictures and trying to get his autograph and all kind of stuff. But we're going to have fun, and yes, we're going to bring it to you all alive, of course. But y'all, I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you guys so much for coming. We back, we back, we back. But y'all, thank you, Tammy. Thank you. Tammy says, congratulations. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. Yes, he is well deserved. My baby. I'm so proud of him. But y'all, we're gonna see you in the next live. Like I said, I may go live later on. And I'm still working on pure survival candles because candles is like not just something you go in there and whip up. So I'm working on the candles and still doing like a sample for you guys. If you are a female or male, like pure survival hair oil and beard oil and like sample candles. Tammy says I love you. I love you too, Tammy. I love all of y'all. Thank you. So I'm still working on that because these candle things is like, oh my god, these candles, making candles is not like easy. They came out pretty, but you got to make sure they smell good. So this is what I'm working on. It's like I'm in the laboratory working. I'm working, y'all. So I'm still coming and working on that because I am gonna do like a free sample packs. I gotta figure out how to put it in the store. And once everything is ready though, I'm gonna start and I'm gonna launch them. But the pure survival like garlic candles The hair oil and the beard oil samples are still coming, but I'm working in the laboratory, y'all. I'm working. But y'all stay tuned. Love y'all. And y'all, I will see